Welcome back. You are tuned into Traders Nation. My pleasure to have with us here today book author Morten Hansen. Author, Collaboration, How Leaders Avoid the Traps, Create Unity, and Reap Big Results. Morten, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Kurt.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Good. You're more than welcome. What is bad collaboration? Why is it so much worse than no collaboration at all, Morten?
Well, bad collaboration is really when you're not getting any results for your effort on collaborating. We're collaborating in business all the time here. We are working with customers, suppliers, with colleagues. But if you're not able to deliver performance, that's bad collaboration. So you're spending a lot of time collaborating, but you're not getting the results. So you're wasting time. Now, that's worse than not doing it at all.
Right. Well, that makes sense to me. All right, so how can a company... All right, so doesn't somebody have to kind of lead this collaboration process? Isn't there supposed to be a leader that kind of brings people through that process of collaboration, whether it's via emails, electronic mail, whether it's in a boardroom or meeting room at any particular company? Doesn't somebody have to take control of the collaboration process?
You would think so. You would think that managers and leaders and small business leaders would sort of say, well, let's wait here. Are we doing this for the right thing? Are we getting the value? And if not, stop doing it.
Sure.
But what I found in my research is fascinating, that people think, including leaders, that collaboration is a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like teamwork. It sounds nice, so we should do more of it.
Right.
And so people say, hey, this is a good thing, go and do it. More is better. And it turns out not to be. I found in my research that about a third of collaboration projects turn value. The rest do not. That's not a good number.
Well, it's almost like working against themselves, isn't it, when they can't collaborate, at least have a positive effect with collaboration?
Absolutely it is, and I think we all have been there. We all have been to a meeting
Yes.
Where we're sitting there and we're scratching our heads and saying, what am I doing here?
Right.
Where's the value? Where's the result from this? It's not going to be there. Still we do it because we think it's a good thing, and if we say no, if you dare say no, hey, I don't want to go to that meeting, I don't think it's valuable,
Right.
you're not a good colleague.
Right.
Instead, we need to figure out what is the right way to collaborate and what is the wrong way, and it can be a powerful tool for managers and career tool if you can do it the right way.
Again, and I think that's critical to the whole process, isn't it? They have to do it in the right way. And I also come back to my original point is these managers have got to take control of these areas. Because people tend to stray away from point. They tend to add additional information that, quite honestly, is useless. So managers have got to grasp control of those meetings and be able to steer it effectively, not only for time efficiency, but also the quality of the information being provided, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And I think one of the first things a manager should do, or whether it's in a big company or a small business owner, is to be very picky about where they collaborate and with whom. And say, okay, are we going to do that partnership? Are we going to do that task force? Are we going to do that committee? First, show me the money.
Right.
Where are the results going to be?
Benefits.
And if you can't do that, then have the permission to say no.
Right. Okay.
That's the first rule. And what I've found in small business and large business is the same thing over and over again, that people just go to those meetings because they have been set up. They've been called to a meeting or task force.
Right.
And nobody has really had the courage to sort of step up and say, hey, wait a minute, what's the financial upside of this?
Right.
I say today's recession, you don't have the luxury anymore to do that kind of wasteful collaboration.
Right. No,
you've got to cut it out.
Right. I absolutely agree. All right. So why is effective collaboration necessary, not only to survive, but to thrive in this recession, since you brought it up?
Yeah. I mean, if you can cut out the wasteful collaboration and collaborate in the right way, then what you can do is pretty tremendous.
Right.
Number one, you can actually innovate better. So better innovation comes from better collaboration. Number two, you can do sales much better. Because, for example, you can cross-sell. You can take more products to your existing customers because you can work together.
Right.
And third, you can cut costs. If you run, say, 10 sales offices in the United States, they do more or less the same things. Well, bet you one of those 10 does a better job than the others. Say they have less personnel costs for the same sales.
Right.
Well, the other 9 can learn from that.
All right.
That's best practice transfer. That's cutting cost and waste.
Yeah.
And that's all in collaboration.
Right.
So tremendous upside if you can do it.
Right. All right. So how does a company now, small business or large, How do they know when they need to get into that collaborative process? Does it come naturally to these people, hey, this is a big decision, or this is a big project, or this is a big concern, we need to come together on this, or is it just naturally done in some of these meetings?
Well, I mean, I think you can be, as a matter, a little more proactive. You could say, and that's a small business or large business, it doesn't matter. You could just go and say, hey, let's sit down and think about what are the opportunities for real collaboration here. Collaboration that really drives performance.
Nice.
Let's take 3 buckets. Okay, innovation. Can we really innovate better? You know, Apple is a great example.
Right.
It runs in collaboration. They're really good at working together. Tremendous product.
Yeah.
Number 2, how about sales? If we work better together in our company or with partners in a small business, can we drive sales more? What's the upside? Where do we think the projects are?
Right.
And 3, you know, how much can we cut costs by collaborating?
Right.
You can sit down in a meeting with 5 of your associates as a leader, and you can do a back of an envelope calculation and see where is it.
Right.
And I've done this with leaders many times, and what you find is very interesting. Sometimes companies say, hey, for us, it's all in sales. It's not innovation.
Right.
Let's go there. Let's not bother about innovation. Let's try to drive sales.
Right. All right.
So it depends, and it's a nice exercise for a leader to do because it really pinpoints where the value is and then cut out the rest.
Yeah, let me ask you, is it entirely possible to over-collaborate? Meaning, you know, you're collaborating, everyone's got their heads together. Before you know it, you've got paralysis through analysis. Is it?
You know, Kurt, I mean, that is just absolutely right. I mean, give an example. If you take the oil giant BP, they, a few years ago, instituted a lot of collaboration. They wanted people to work across oil fields and gas stations and everywhere. And guess what happened? Well, people started collaborating.
Right.
That was the message from the top. And then, after a while, they realized people are overdoing it.
Right.
People got together for all kinds of reasons. You know, in part because it's nice to get together. It's nice to travel and meet colleagues. So they over-collaborated. So they had to actually go in, leaders, and go in and cut out a lot of these communities and networks that people have built.
Right.
Because it didn't deliver value.
Yeah.
You can over-collaborate. It's a big danger. Stay out of it.
Good point. All right, so let's talk about getting employees. How is it possible to instill this? You want to embrace, employees want to embrace the collaboration process. Some of them do. Others are like, okay, they're dragging their knuckles into the room. How can we instill this willingness to get employees to collaborate and the ability to collaborate in some of these meetings?
I mean, that's a great point because I think exactly this is the key of the right way and the wrong way. You got to get the right people to do this. I think there are 2 things you can do. One is use incentive systems and use the promotion lever. And tell people, look, I'm only going to promote you in my company if you can demonstrate that you can collaborate well with others.
Right.
Or I'm going to pay you only if you are going to demonstrate that you can collaborate with others. Right? So that super sales guy who comes in, who is basically egotistical, selfish, only cares about him or herself.
Right.
You've got to tell that person, look, we're collaborating now. I like all the stuff you're bringing in, but you're also going to collaborate.
Sure.
So if you can't do that, I'm not going to give you the bonus that you used to have.
Sure.
Oh, that sends a strong signal.
Sure. You're going to collaborate and you're going to like it, is what I say.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second lever you have, and I think that's sort of like more dramatic, but you got to be have the courage as a leader, which is, well, if you can't do it and I want you to collaborate, and you just are resisting, year in and year out, well, I'm going to fire you. Sorry.
And that's the worst case scenario, right? I mean,
you don't go there to begin with. I think you give people a chance.
Yeah.
You know, and you need it, right? There's that super sales guy who comes in over budget every year. You can't just, fire him.
No.
But you got to send him a message. Look, we're also trying to collaborate, helping it out there. That's good for the company.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you don't want to play, well, I give you maybe a year of a chance to be a player. But if not, well, sorry.
Sure. All right. Now, where can we find a copy of Collaboration Today?
Well, I think if you go on Amazon and just type in collaboration, then it pops up right there, bright red cover.
Nice.
Or you can go to my website, which is www.thecollaborationbook.com.
All right, thecollaborationbook.com. Head on over to Morten's website today. Or, of course, you can find it wherever fine books are sold. Morten Hansen with us today. The name of the book is called Collaboration: How Leaders Avoid the Traps, Create Unity, and Reap Big Results. Of course, we do appreciate your time right here on Traders Nation. Thanks, Morten.
Thanks, Kurt.
You're welcome. Thank you.